The fifth station, Simon of Cyrene is impressed by the Romans to help Jesus carry his cross. It's a very misunderstood station. Most people, including myself and most of my priesthood, thought about that station as an attempt by the Romans, worrying that Jesus might not make it all the way to Calvary, would just grab some anonymous local citizen, make them carry the cross for a while so that Jesus could get to the crucifixion before dying beforehand. That's not what's happening here. The Romans had zero compassion. If he had dropped dead, they still would have nailed his dead body to the cross and let it hang there and rot. That's what they would have done. No, the impressment of Simon of Cyrene, father of Rufus and Alexander, was an act of terror the Romans are committing on the local populace. You see, the Romans would do that from time to time. They would do terrible things sporadically, which would have no rationale to people, to terrify the people, in order to keep them subdued, in order to keep them in their place. And crucifixions were a good time to do this, because a crowd assembles to see it, so there's plenty of locals there. Here comes poor Simon of Cyrene coming out from the fields, and the Romans spot him and says, well, this guy is as good as any, grab him now, carry the cross for a while. To tell all the local people that if you ever break our law, like this Jesus and these other criminals who are carrying their crosses to the cross, you too are going to end up on that cross. That's what they're doing. But Jesus does not walk away from that cross. He stays with that cross. He helps Simon of Cyrene carry that cross. He walks with them all the way. Simon of Cyrene is terrified. He's scared to death at this moment, but what the Romans could do. And Jesus is going to be with him, carrying that cross together. All of us carry crosses. All of us carry burdens in our life. And sometimes we think we're alone in carrying those crosses in life. But we are not. As people of faith, we have to remind ourselves that the Lord is walking with us and bearing that cross in his hands as well. So not too far from now in this liturgy, when we have the adoration of the cross and you come down to make your sign of the cross or to touch the cross or wherever you want to adore the cross, bring your crosses to that cross, whatever cross you're bearing, and bring it and silently ask the Lord and thank the Lord for being there with you to help you bear that cross through life. Christ will be there. And through the life, as you bear that cross to the end, you'll realize that when you reach the heavenly kingdom, that you never could have made it without Jesus walking with you and bearing your cross with you through all those many days.